Welcome to the Tea for the Queen podcast, the podcast where we try to keep our sanity in an era of staying woke. We explore current events and issues through the lens of feminism, progressive thought, discussion, peace, and love. My name is Tiara Burns. I am your host, and this is your episode. Welcome to the 4th season of Tea for the Queen. As you guys know, this is the podcast where we discuss current events and issues and center them around Black feminism and wellness. The year is 2023, and I have to say, well, I know I don't have to say, but I'm going to say that my spirit is much different than it was the last time you guys were able to hear my voice in this medium. I would say it's better. And I will also say that I am still shocked that I was able to be as vulnerable as I was on the previous episode, which was the final episode of the previous season. I realize that this podcast is better when I do it in seasons, and February to September is my jam. I choose February to kick things off just because I'm Black and I really use January as a month of reset. I know you guys may say, oh, that's a long time for a reset. It's I promise you, it's not that long. After last year, I definitely need to use January to be kind to myself. And that's what I did. I was kind to myself. I'm not going to say that I secluded myself, but I definitely gave myself the grace in this space to fully embrace the vision that I have for this year. And I encourage you to do the same. I don't mean that I feel that you should also take a month to start your year. I mean that in the month of January, in 2024, perhaps give yourself the space and the grace to think about your year. And I know that for me, that might be a luxury, but I think that in the mundaneness of our lives and our regular routine, we don't fully allow ourselves enough time to settle into the year. If you think about it, the last quarter of every year is full of events after events after events, seasons after seasons, moments after moments, and we deserve it, or we deserve to take a moment and just breathe for a month. October, you have Halloween, but not only that, for some of you guys have Black History Month in October. Then you have November, and that's when all of the end of the year religious holidays all start off then. And I didn't even talk about Diwali, which is usually in October also. But you have Christmas. You also have not Christmas, I'm thinking about Thanksgiving, but the whole month of November, I don't know about you guys, but you're preparing for Christmas because you're buying gifts and you're planning for end of the year parties and you're planning for fiscal presentations at work, and you're already planning for the new year at the end of the year, which isn't a problem. But there's so much happening at the end of the year in the last the last quarter. And then you have December. And December, I don't know about you guys, but December is a whirlwind. If you're a parent, your children are in school and they have testing and days off of school. And then you have to prepare for the holiday, which may mean you're spending more time around family. You have to navigate those emotions of being around family. It's not a bad thing, but there is a truth to the weight of engaging with so many personalities in a short span of time. Also, along comes New Year's Eve. And with New Year's Eve, it's there's just a lot to go into that too. There's a lot of emotions, you're looking at your past year. And some people are depressed because they may be spending New Year's Eve alone. Not depressed, I think that was hyperbolic. But there is always a lot happening at the end of the year in the last quarter. And last year, I traveled in January, as some of you may know. And I think that I want to be able to do that every year for the rest of my life, to take a month to give myself some time to break and to be patient. And also, as I come back into my regular routine and settle into the routine of not having to wait until the next holiday, and not the social and cultural expectation of maybe consuming foods that may not be the best for me, and dodging that or indulging in that. I use January to get settled into the year and to give myself a time to breathe. Then comes February, and I kick it off right. I don't mind that I use the 1/3 of the first quarter to get into the year. February, I'm getting back into my routine. And I love Black History Month, of course. And then right after that is the second best thing, which is Women's History Month. So all those things are great. I love that for me and for all of us. But I think we should allow ourselves a moment to fully reset. And it may not take you a month. It may take you a week or two. But for me, as I get into my routine, I need to have mindful time to get into the year. Well, I know the season has now begun for the podcast. Thank you so much for being here. For the first episode, we're going to dive into something that I know you guys love, and I know this to be true. And I enjoy creating these episodes, these type of episodes, because I really, it's a part of my healing process and my mental health process. But I know that you all really enjoy the guided meditation. So we will do one to kick the season off. How do you feel about that? On this guided meditation, we are going to focus on a graceful reset. It does not matter if you're like me and you're easing into your year, or you're starting a new position, or if you are simply looking for a reframing of your mind currently. Every sunset is an opportunity to reset. And every sunrise begins with new eyes. So the reset is always relevant. So as you are, wherever you are, whether you're in your car, you know that I say that if you're in your car, do not close your eyes. Safety first, please. Do not close your eyes while you're doing this. But if you are at home or at work or wherever you are and you are sitting still or even laying, please begin to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, begin to notice your breath. And know that when our minds start to wander, but when our When we close our eyes, that's often when our mind wants to be the most active. But this time, when you have thoughts, do not engage with them. If you could do something for me and simply greet your thoughts and return them to breathing in and breathing out. Again, breathe in and breathe out. I'll be guiding you through this meditation, so if you could, wherever your hands are, I hope they are not occupied, turn your palms to face the ceiling or the sky as a symbol to receive the good vibes that we're going to stir up right in this moment together. Breathe in and breathe out. Continue to breathe in and breathe out. You are not expected to follow my pace of direction for inhales and exhales, but you are expected to focus on inhaling and exhaling. And as you inhale and exhale, imagine that every breath is a restart. Every breath is a reset. Every exhale is a refocus. Because it is a cycle that has a beginning and an end, and it's one that we do every day. So every cycle has a start and a stop and a start and a stop. And when I hear that, I hear opportunity. So deeply inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And although life, as I have come to know, has no reset button, our patterns often do. They have a refresh button. So when you need to pivot and try a different path, give yourself grace for doing so. Deeply inhale And exhale. Remember that you can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the completion. And there is no limit to that. Every breath is opportunity. So deeply inhale again. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. You know, the greatest artists of our time have worked in eras, from Picasso to Beyonce. Picasso had his blue era. Beyonce had her era before and after her father left her team, of course. But you also can do the same if you decide to breathe into the reset. Deeply inhale and exhale. Deeply inhale and exhale. And as you continue to breathe, begin to bring awareness to your fingers with your palms up. Wiggle those fingers. Inhale and exhale. Notice your heart that's still going. It's going to be there through the reset, the reprimed, and the rest. We are always grateful. We are always grateful for our heart. And as we go, also, I forgot, you can open your eyes now. As we go, I want to leave you with the gracious words of Eleanor Roosevelt. And she said that people grow through experience if they meet life honestly and courageously. And I want to add to that. And if they allow themselves the space for grace to do so, they will undoubtedly grow. You can turn your palms face down. If you want to, you can rotate your head from the right to the left side, then the left to the right. Wake up that neck. I'm sure your neck is already awoken, but get those wiggles in. With that being said, I thank you guys so much for entering this space and for allowing me in your ears. I look forward to the season with you. Thank you so much for listening and all of your support through the years, as well as your many messages that you guys have sent me through the difficult time after the previous episode. I think that vulnerability also allows growth, and that was a difficult episode for me last September. I'm not encouraging you to listen to it. I'm very grateful for your presence and for your energy and all the messages and emails I've gotten for the past few months. I look forward to the season with you guys, and I will catch you next time. This has been Tea for the Queen, the podcast. And one more thing. Remember to let me know what you think. It would mean a lot if you gave me a rating on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening to your podcast, or even if you sent me a DM or a message on the website to let me know what you think or any type of feedback. I would love to hear from you all. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful and beautiful day, and don't forget to be gracious through the reset.